In a previous video, I created this part model in Onshape based off of a drawing I found on the internet. And in this video, I want to show you my attempts at creating the final feature. If you take a look at the drawing, there's supposed to be a rib that goes from the top of this cylinder to the top of this other cylinder on the left-hand side. And I discovered some problems that I never expected despite all my years of experience in parametric CAD modeling. And this isn't so much a teaching video as it is an exploration of the conundrums that I found and didn't even realize about modeling ribs in CAD. And so let me take you through this. Here I have my part. Let's say I need to create a sketch. Let me click on the keyboard shortcut of P to turn on my plane display. I'm going to grab the plane called front. Let me hold down the right mouse button and go to New Sketch. And let me view normal to my sketch plane. Let's hit P once more to turn off the display of our planes. I'm going to sketch a line, and I always like to make the line just sort of like exaggerated, not where it is supposed to be. Let's hit the escape key. And then to lock it in where it is supposed to go, I am going to use the pierce constraint. Let's grab the endpoint and then that edge, same thing at the bottom, and pick there. And so everything is in black, meaning that it is fully constrained. Let's hit the check mark. And now I am ready to create my rib. When I go to the rib command, I'll click on it and then pick the sketch that I just made. And now we're getting red. And this sort of confused me where I was just like, hey, why am I having trouble creating the rib in this situation? I'll try plugging in the thickness I'm supposed to use. I know that's not going to help. Usually making the value bigger doesn't help. If I try flipping to the opposite direction is going out into space, that is clearly wrong. Changing the option from parallel to sketch plane to normal to sketch plane, again, that's clearly incorrect. And so if I'm trying to create it in this manner, it is giving me a problem, and I was not sure why. I always thought, hey, this should work. And the problem is I'm trying to go to the top of this cylindrical surface. And I realized that I actually might have never created a rib that goes all the way to the top of the curved surface that I was trying to create a rib to before. Let me cancel out. And so I reached out to tech support for Onshape, and they informed me that I had to take advantage of the move face command if I wanted to do this. So let me click on move face, and I will pick this face. And it is going up a value of 5. I will hit the check mark. And so now the rib will have something to intersect with. Let me go to the rib command. I believe they said something like it is now able to create manifold geometry. Let me pick the sketch that I want to use. Now we can see the preview. Let's go to a thickness of 10. And we can see how it looks. Yep, that looks good. Let me hit the check mark in order to create the rib. And since we moved this face up 10, we need to do the opposite, or 5 or 10, whatever I did. Let me select it and then pick this surface. And let me just flip the direction. And so now it is going back down to where it used to be. I will hit the check mark. But now if you zoom in, you'll notice that it's not getting exactly what we want. It's giving us this little sort of ledge here where we really wanted to go smoothly into the edge of the cylinder and have a curved shape to it. Similarly, if we take a look down at the bottom, we're getting these little gaps inside of here so that it's not going smoothly to the cylindrical edge. And I was really perplexed, and I thought, how have I never noticed this kind of issue before? And I thought this must be just an issue with Onshape. Let me take a look at how things work in SolidWorks. So here I have the crucial geometry. It's not exactly like the other part, but we've got our two cylinders, and then we've got our flange down at the bottom where our geometry is supposed to intersect. I already have my sketch created. So let's try to create a rib. I will click on the rib command, and now I will pick the curve that I want to use. And you'll notice that we're not getting a full preview. We can see some yellow edges, but we're not getting the value that we want. And if we try playing around with our extrusion direction, well, that is not going to work. Or flipping the material side, we're still not getting the preview. And if we try to hit the check mark, we're going to get rebuild errors. It did not intersect the existing model. So let's cancel out of the rib feature. And just like we did in Onshape, let's try moving some faces. I will go to the insert command, and then here is face and move. And I will pick this face to move. And let's see, let's go in the Y direction, a value of 5, just like we did before. There you can see the preview. I will hit the check mark. Now let's try creating our rib. Let's go to the command and then pick our sketch. And let's see, now we're still having an issue with the preview. Oh, if I hit the check mark, it works. But we're still having, oh yeah, let's go and put our move command in. Let's go to insert, face, move. And I already noticed by spinning around that there was a problem down at the bottom. Let's pick our face to move. And let's see, let's go in the, let me pan everything down. Let's go -5 in the Y direction. And hit the check mark for moving the face. And yeah, once again, we're getting a problem. It actually looks a little worse in SolidWorks. I am surprised to say. It looks like it's giving us uneven geometry that is being built. And down at the bottom section, we are getting this weird little sliver over here. By the way, I also tried moving both faces, both cylindrical, circular faces up and seeing if that made any difference, and it didn't have a difference. But again, this video is more about just like a conundrum in like, hey, why isn't this working? And so after trying this in SolidWorks, I went back over to Creo Parametric. Oh, okay, so here I am in Creo Parametric, and I have a part with the necessary geometry. I've got a couple of cylinders, and I've got my flange in between them, and I've got a sketch that I can use for my rib. So let me make sure that I am in the Profile Rib tool. Let me select my sketch, and let's see, it's pointing in the right direction. I don't see a preview. Let's try changing our thickness, and if we try to hit the check mark, we're going to get informed that we are getting a regeneration failure. And so let me I'll just click the OK button to create a failed feature, and then I'm going to suppress it. And so once again, we need to move some faces. Let me go to my flexible modeling tab, and I'll go to the move command. I'll pick this surface to move. And for an origin, I'll pick that same surface just so that I can get a numerical dimension to control here. Let me choose a value of 5 like we were using in Onshape. And I'll hit the check mark. Now let's go back to the model tab, and I'll try creating my profile rib again. Let me select my sketch. Now we're getting a preview. Let's change the width of this to 10 and hit the check mark. And let's go back to our flexible modeling tab and create another move of this surface. And let me define an origin just so that I can make sure that I'm getting a dimension. Let's change this to a value of 5 and hit the check mark. And we're getting much the same geometry as in Onshape. We're getting that little bit of a step in there. And if I rotate the model, well, we're getting a little bit better down at the bottom. The bottom is giving me what I want there. I'm not getting a gap between the lower cylinder and the rib that is created, but still up at the top, I'm not getting exactly what I want. I'm not getting this rib to blend smoothly into my extrude. And so this is what I came across when I was trying to do that final geometry in that sample part using the rib feature. Tell me what you think. Tell me what your suggestions are. And yes, I know that I could create some curves and create some surfaces and solidify the surfaces in order to get exactly the geometry that I want. But again, it's just something I did not expect after my experience in CAD. Again, I probably just never come across a situation where I've created a rib that went all the way to the top of a cylinder. So I've never seen this before. So anyhow, I am perplexed. I am a little confounded. Let me know what you think.